do this. Hello. It's not working.
Okay, one of the things we like to do, which is kind of fun, is give a standing ovation for our presenter.
Move this a little bit more.
The down arrow will advance the slides.
Okay, I may have to click some things. Okay, awesome. Hello, everyone. My name is Maria Huertas, and I am I'm a native Spanish speaker from Colombia. I am a singer, songwriter, educator, and I have a background as a behavior interventionist. For those who don't know what is a behavior interventionist, is the person that performs therapy for children with autism. So we teach them how to use their, how to stop or change behaviors that are not good for them in a social aspect, like hitting themselves, interrupt people all the time, move around when they are not supposed to. So yeah, that's what we do as behavior interventionists. And after several years as an educator, I've been using music as a part of therapy, as a part of explaining children different topics or different education themes. And I realized of the social impact that this has in early childhood education. I created Chiquiticos, which is a world of cartoons that help me teach lessons to children. We started with Chiquiticos with 4 courses. It was a music one, a math, motor skills, and a Spanish course. And eventually Chiquiticos became, oh, by the way, Chiquiticos means little ones, and there are those little cartoons out there that are always with me. And eventually it became ML2s, which is music learning with cartoons. I'm gonna talk a little bit about Chiquiticos. Chiquiticos has been implemented in several chain of daycares and preschools, like the Bright Horizons. I used to teach in person in California, in the Bay Area, then in Florida, then it moved to Washington, D.C., and now we are in Illinois. And it's been implemented by libraries, nonprofit organizations, like I say, change of schools, and it's been very successful. Eventually, during the pandemic, we couldn't do any more in-person work, and so we transitioned into online classes. And I saw the potential of the internet with education, and most of my clients were not even where I was living. At the time, I was living in California. My clients were from Southern California. I was living in Northern California, from New York, from Chicago, from Atlanta. And I decided to expand a little bit more what the internet was offering me. So working online became an open eye of like what the internet was also offering to children. And what I decided to create is replacing that digital junk that children are consuming on a daily basis. What do I mean by the digital junk? Well, when you go to YouTube, that's what parents are leaving their children with all the time with their iPads. And it's inedible. Anyways, thank you. It's one of those words. It looks the same. It looks like one person just did the whole thing. Everything has very fast-paced screen changes, several colors. Children are no longer really like understanding what is going on. They're just like passively zombieing, watching what's going on with meaningful and not meaningful content. So I want to get rid of that. Stop teaching children or getting them like the fast food out there, and maybe parents are starting to control what children are actually watching on the screens. And it looks exactly like fast food. We need to control a little bit, supervise what children are eating, but also what they're watching. So I created ML2s with the purpose of changing that popular content that makes children addicted to it and not made by like what the originally was made of. It was like for educating them. So I created a digital platform that offers basically the exact same thing, education, but in a control area. And we created a way to transition the digital world with the physical world. That means that they don't get addicted to the videos. And if they do, because they are very musical, they're gonna learn Spanish, first of all. It's a Spanish platform. And they will be able to transition from the digital platform to the real world with books that they can play with, do exercises with, and I'm gonna teach you, or I'm gonna explain a little bit how do they work. We have flashcards, stickers that tell you the vocabulary so they can use it at home as well as online. If they are in a restaurant and the parents need to use the tablet, they're learning Spanish. So let me tell you a little bit how the program works. Eventually, the program will be in Spanish as well as English. In English, we'll be supporting children with autism. But during my years teaching Spanish in libraries, schools, nonprofit organizations, I've noticed, or I've had groups of schools with children with autism using the program. So, I may have to sign up here. I forgot that. So I'm gonna be telling. I would not be able to show the program. We totally forgot that. The video doesn't really show how the program works. Ooh, there we go. So children will be able to access to the platform, and the platform has the 5 chapters that I show in physical books, and they mirror exactly what the children are gonna see in the books. They have a Spanish course, videos, activities, and games, and the library digitally if they wanna use it as well. And it works just like any other digital platform. They have to go through videos and games in order to pass, oops, I'm not gonna show that, but to pass the levels. And yeah, that's kind of how the platform works. And we have games that they color, they do puzzles, etc. So moving forward with the presentation, we're gonna go to the juicy part of it. What we're doing in January and February of 2026, we just launched the digital platform, and we are running a pilot program where we are getting students to try it, test it out, tell us what they like, what they don't like, and we are cleaning it up. We are seeing what was hard to navigate, what they understood, what they didn't, and we're at the end of these pilot programs, we'll be collecting their opinion about it. Our business model sells to families as a software as a service. We also have the B2B licensing curriculum, which we sell it to schools for them to implement it in their curriculum. And as a physical product as well, with merch like books, stickers, and flashcards. And our vision is to go to ourselves, train our own teachers, to go to different schools that don't have the capacity to hire a person full time. What we're looking for, or like what I'm asking 2 Million Cops, is and you guys, I'm looking for preschools, elementary schools, individual teachers that want to utilize the product for 4 months as a pilot program. Warm introductions. I'm new in Chicago. I moved recently in April, and I'm trying to get in contact with libraries, nonprofit organizations, parks and recreations, and other cultural groups, whether it's public or private, and some guidance to who should I be reaching out to that may want to use the program. And I'm going to show you a quick.
No, go back up.
Oh,
Go, yeah.
okay. Our
Okay.
vision. We want to create people that wants to become bilingual and get out of the iPad as a distraction, but as a powerful tool.
This is awesome. For somebody who's relatively new to Chicago, there are some people here who are looking to get more interest in the startup ecosystem. What have you done so far to kind of create some warm introductions here, as well as meeting the schools and the target market you're looking for?
So I have experience teaching in person, and so I have touched some doors, and I've been, so far, I got a contract with the library in Wilmington, and I have taught some classes there, and we'll continue in February and March. And it's a way to reach out to people to see what they think about the program, trying to introduce the digital platform. I've encountered that people love the in-person classes, but I want to really stimulate the digital part of it as an alternative for the bad content that is online.
How did you meet the people on that?
Emailing. You just have to reach out, knock doors, and say, hey, I'm here, and this is what I do. Would you like to have some taste of it?
That's amazing. Questions, comments, ways to help?
Yes.
What's the age range for this?
It works from 0 to 8 years old.
So some of these grade schools already have like a Spanish curriculum, but it's like 1 day a week. Does this augment that, or does this replace that? Or?
It could replace it because I offer a full whole curriculum that actually teaches children the language, and I have created for the last 7 years.
So you feel it's better than what the schools have now?
Yeah, definitely.
Have you looked at charter schools, or are you looking at like public school system?
Any.
Well, my recommendation is some of the more modern, newer charter schools are far more interested in that than working with CPS on anything. So like some of these new ones that are cropping up, they're all in different neighborhoods. There's a couple by me in South Blue, but they're not CPS related.
Oh,
and
wow,
they're more
okay.
interested in like Montessori style or other modern or newer methods of teaching. So my suggestion is to just knock out a list of charter schools.
Awesome. Thank you for that. I will be looking into that. I thought charter schools were heavily linked with the public schools. Okay.
Some of them are absolutely the opposite.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you. Any other questions? Sorry, say that again.
I say this because I'm actually a dual language Spanish teacher.
Oh, nice. That would be amazing introduction. I really appreciate it. So because I'm so new in Chicago area, I was still finishing the digital platform. I'm starting just now to look for those schools, like the libraries, reaching out to them and see who can open the doors to the program.
Do you have a version of this pitch where you say, no, we're not replacing your Spanish teacher and your Spanish curriculum, but we're augmenting? Because I feel like for a lot of schools that already either have a teacher or have built a curriculum, that could be really sort of, that could put them off, or like sort of, oh, why do you think you know better than us? And if you have a pitch that's more, we're going to really like support what you're already doing.
Yeah, I may have missed that. Okay. But the program right now, it is meant to help the teacher. Okay. And actually, teachers that do not know how to speak Spanish can teach the program as well. Okay. So I have that option as well. It's like a supportive too. It could replace. It could replace. It could replace. Oh, okay.
Because that will make, especially if you're going in and talking to the Spanish teachers, that will be like, oh, you're trying to take my job.
Oh, thank you. Yes. No, at the moment, it doesn't even. But that's our goal in the future. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
So this is a makeup kit. Have you thought of a big institute of Chicago?
I'm sorry, say it again.
And Fifth Institute of Chicago. Have you heard about that?
Like the WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
I posted it in there, but I didn't get any feedback. Although it was like New Year's time and people were not looking into them, so I probably post it again. Thank you.
What does the pricing model for this look like? As other people are asking their questions, what immediately came to mind is that this might be a good fit for schools or organizations that are under-resourced.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's available for a teacher who isn't Spanish speaking, but can still provide second language instruction to group of children, whereas they may not be able to afford another Spanish speaking
Yes.
teacher for that school district.
So at the moment, we have different tiers of prices. So if the teacher buys a whole product, a bundle of these for each child, it would be $80 per bundle. 10 books, stickers, flashcards, all of it included, with a 3 months off of the digital platform. After that, it would be about $5 to $10 per student per month. So it's very reasonable priced, and the support for the teacher to teach the language. We also have a platform where the teacher can follow their students' progress and assign homeworks, have communication with the parents through the program as well.
Yeah, I would consider under-resourced schools, daycares,
Mhm.
places like that that are looking for reasonably priced programming to have a value add.
Yeah,
That might be a good area.
definitely.
Are the classes graduated? It's a pretty broad age range. There's a lot of development that goes on.
Yes. So we have different things for different ages. So for 0 to 2-year-old, it would be just the videos with the musical in it. From 2 to 5 or 6, we have games that they actually participate. So they don't only watch the videos, but they also know what do they mean and play games that actually emphasize the topics. And for older kids, they have to write and say things on the program. For example, they learn rosa, which is rose, the number 5 rosas, rojas, red, right? And they see the image and they will have to speak to the program and say 5 rosas rojas. At the time, they had already go through like all this vocabulary, and this is, for example, just the end of chapter 1. So they have different levels of complication. Yeah. Yes.
Where's your guitar?
My guitar. I wish I could just give you a serenade.
Seriously, if you could speak to the role of music in what you're doing, and then also, since I already knew about your food business,
Thanks.
I think people might find interesting your journey to how you went about building your software.
That's interesting. Yeah. So first, I started creating all the curriculum for the program. When I was teaching, I was doing my own cartoons myself, but I'm not a graphic designer. So I had to get all my product and send it to a graphic designer and clean it up a little bit so they all look from the same planet. So that's something that someone that wants to create a product could be starting doing. Like, it doesn't matter if you're not a graphic designer, just do something and make it work. Second of all, when I started thinking about the platform, I encountered a lot of difficulties because I'm not a coder. So I was hiring different coders out there. They always promise that they could work with what you have already, and ends up being a fiasco. In my experience, I had to pretty much learn myself how to do certain things. And thanks to AI, I perfectioned the digital platform. Accelerated things very, very good.
One last question.
Ooh, I can't hear anything.
How did you source coders having a non-technical background? How did you find the people?
Usually Matterport, like I don't know. Yeah. So I would ask someone that I've seen that have done a platform and say, hey, did you know someone else that could help me do these and that? And they start like telling you who have they worked with. And basically, it's out of luck if you get with someone that can actually perform well or you give little tasks. Hey, I need this little thing. Can you make it? If they work really well, you continue. If not, then you go to the next.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Awesome. That is super cool. Okay, actually keep this up there for a second. If anybody, last minute stragglers, if you came late, can you hear me? Or it's for that. I forget. It's like I haven't done this before. If you wouldn't mind scanning if you came in, if you were a latecomer, it is important to let 1MC know that we attended. But this is it. Ordinarily we have 2 presentations. It's hold on, let a couple of people scan. See if it works from that far away. Oop. Oh no. Did it work? Wow, it's kind of amazing. Okay, so next week, hopefully we'll be back in this room. Where are we going to be next week? Here? 10th floor. Yeah. The website is up to date. The website actually works. It will say whatever this address is, something whacker. Where are we? What is it, 200? 20. But we're on the 10th floor, so we're 2 floors down from here in this building. We're on the 10th floor. We'll be hosted by Workbox. Then it's interesting because we're going to flip-flop a little bit. We'll be in this building for quite a while, but we'll either be in the 10th floor, 12th floor, 10th floor, 12th floor. So please keep coming back here. We get all these presenters, people, I want to present, I want to tell my story, I want to say what's going on, and we get them in the queue, and then we process them, and then they get their chance, and then as we got towards the holidays, the queue got lighter, and so we need help. If you have somebody who's working on something, and they got a couple of slides, they're feeling insecure, they're not sure if they're ready, they're ready. They're ready to come talk to us. They're ready to tell us their story. They're ready to tell us, I'm even stuck putting together a presentation to tell you what I'm working on. It's a great time to present, and we welcome them. This is actually, we are so startup heavy, and that's inspiring, but this is an organization that supports startups and small businesses. And so if you know of a small business and you think, well, I don't know, are they too big? They're not. They're not too big either. I think JP Morgan Chase, probably too big. Boeing's probably, United Airlines is probably too big. They don't need 1MC, but pretty much anybody. Yeah, CJ. No. But I appreciate your asking. In fact, might be the wrong people. If they're like, hey, I'm looking to get paid, they don't need to come. That's okay. That's not what we're about. What did you say?
You could definitely get a lot of business being at 1 million cups.
Yep.
Like at multiple 1 million cups across the country.
100%. But it's also this is a learning day. So it's not for everybody, and we're happy to have anybody who's interested. But I want to meet new people. I want to get involved in the startup ecosystem. I want to learn something. I'm like stuck, and I could use some help. Like, if you've experienced this problem, how did you solve it? How did you get through it? What worked for you guys? Those are great people. Those are great people to come have present. So which sort of begs the question, did we deliver on that last year? There are a lot of faces in this room. We have a few minutes. If you feel like, yeah, I could probably just duck out early, like we're kind of officially done. But given that there are some faces in the room that have been to 8 of these, 9 of these, 10 weeks, 15 weeks, we're curious. We have a whole new year ahead of us and a great opportunity to not necessarily change the overarching structure because we're sort of locked into what 1MC stands for and who they support. But if there are founders you're looking to see, or if there are startups you're looking to have present, or small businesses, or something about the format, or a different person up in the front of the room. I mean, like, honestly, we serve the community. We serve the pleasure of the startup and small business ecosystem of Chicago. And so if there's feedback, or there's something you're like, I've done a few of these and I was always kind of waiting for this would be a great opportunity to chat about it for a little bit. Dan, you've been here a lot of times. How are we doing? Amazing. Thank you oh my gosh. Thank you. That is so, no, for real.
Yeah, I love how the group speaks for me.
Yeah. It's our humility.
No, but I think it's great. I like the mix of people who do come regularly, and new people coming, and
Martina, you were at our second week. That was your first one, was week 2, April 15th, plus or minus a day. We've come a long way.
Yes, always a good crowd. I did a ton of just networking, shopping, so to speak, to find my people and the community, and I think this is one of my faves. I'm always telling people to come here. There's no gatekeeping. People share feedback, and they're so willing to share their network. I think there's this thought process of the person who's the best for whatever opportunity is going to get it, so you might as well just share open all things. So I love what I'm seeing.
I have a question.
What?
Is the standing ovation a standard, or is that us?
That was, so Keith,